I went to San Francisco to see about someone I love. That's a very good, a very important reason to travel. To see about someone you love, to see something you could love. And before I got there, she sent me a Google Doc. Yes, she's very serious. It documented how I should pack, what would be available to me. And one of the things she sent me was a documentary about James Baldwin, Mr. Baldwin, visiting during the Civil Rights era. And Mr. Baldwin noted that San Francisco was no different than the Deep South, that black people were treated just as badly, but it had a certain kind of decorum, a certain way of going about it that was less raw. I'm thinking, as they say in my country, ants might have brought it to his grave at this point to tell him that what he said then is still true now. I walked around the neighborhood I was in, it's predominantly Euro Americans and Asian Americans. There were signs of Black Lives Matter everywhere, but to be honest, there was few black people, and when you went to the predominantly black neighborhoods, you saw the difference in many things. And during the pandemic, I'm also told those are hot spots, high risk areas where people are locked out of housing, access to healthcare, and their food deserts and opportunity deserts. So I looked at it through what I call a black gaze. I emphasized the black presence as if it's predominant there, but it's not. It's true that about a play that was made, Last Black Man in San Francisco, well, Last Black Opportunities, Last Black, a lot of things going on in San Francisco. But even in the midst of all this last, there's thriving, there's beauty, and I'm hopeful that in those harsh situations, the beauty that I saw there might survive, and there would not be stories of the last black person in San Francisco. But then this might be the time when there's a turnaround, that we would go there and we'd visit these places. I went to a restaurant there. I think it was Aunt Annie's, I think. Somebody's aunt, but she served the most delicious fried fish sandwich, and I'm not a lover. Aunt April, sorry. I'm not a lover of fried foods because I have migraines, but it was delectable. And then she gave just the right amount of mac and cheese. There's the sandwich that I was talking about. Oh, it was so delicious. So I guess the way we keep the community going and keep us from being the last is to see the world with this gaze, to bring back to life that which is dying by giving our attention, our eyes, our gaze, our money towards these things. So I love you, San Francisco, and I hope Baldwin knows what's going on with you. This is Aretha reporting, always reporting.